Hey, welcome to 21 Next. I'm Candace Scalise here at the CBS 21 studio, and we are talking about really a scary event that happened at Hersheypark on Saturday ahead of Labor Day. With more on that, I want to bring in TJ Anthony. When we show you this video, though, this is video of a child, TJ, who was walking on the monorail, and then a good Samaritan helped save him. So this happened at Hersheypark. Can you give us a little bit of background info on how this all went down? Because I know you actually saw how high this monorail is when you were out and about today.
Yeah, Candace, I mean, that track is several feet up in the air. So basically, Hersheypark, they put out a statement saying that the boy had gotten separated from his parents. And officials say that he was at the closed station for the monorail for about 20 minutes. He made his way over there. They said there were barricades in place. There were some also some chained off areas too, but he was able to bypass that area to eventually make it onto the tracks where you see right there. He is on top of the tracks right there. And I mean, really, I mean, this moment had a lot of people just watching in disbelief below. Some people were even trying to tell him to stop moving so that, he would possibly not fall off. But thankfully, nothing happened. He walked away unharmed and someone was able to swoop in and grab him.
A good ending to a really scary situation. I know the ride was closed at the time, but he doesn't look more than 5. I don't know if Hershey said exactly how old he is. They might be, of course, keeping the family's privacy intact there. But what are people saying as they're reacting to all of this?
Yeah, so I had the chance to go to downtown Hershey and really talk to people about it. And honestly, there weren't too many people that did not see that video. I mean, that video has really been making its rounds on social media. It's been picked up by numerous news outlets across the country even. And a lot of people, they were shocked that this happened. Some said, this never happened in Hersheypark before. They've never seen anything like that happen. Others have said, this is not the first incident to happen at Hersheypark. But I did get a lot of people that said that they want to see some changes moving forward so that this does not happen again. Go ahead and take a listen to what some of those people had to say.
It could have ended very differently.
Why didn't the park have security or something? But they should have gates up, right? I mean, that's pretty bad. That kid could have died. They should know that kids are going to climb. Kids are going to go up on high places.
I mean, with all the technology out nowadays, they definitely need to have more surveillance.
Yeah, so Candace, as you just heard, honestly, that was something that I heard a lot of from the people that I spoke to. I got a chance to speak to numerous people. A lot of people saw that video, and a lot of people wanted to speak up about it because they do want to see some changes moving forward.
We did put this on Facebook, and Joseph is commenting right now saying he saw it. It's really scary. There was a former security person who commented and saying, there are thousands of people there and that they do their best, but something like this, obviously people want action taken so that it doesn't happen again. Have you heard from Hershey today in response to this?
Yeah, so I did hear from them. I was hoping to speak to someone on camera about it, but they did say that due to it being a holiday, Labor Day, they said no one was available to speak on camera about what they'll do moving forward. But of course, we're going to continue to keep pushing for answers. Candace, you and I were talking about this earlier a little bit about how this is not the first incident to happen at Hershey Park. This summer, we do know that a 9-year-old girl unfortunately drowned in the wave pool there. We do know that law enforcement said that Hersheypark did follow all guidelines and lifeguards stepped in to try to help. But, unfortunately, that did not keep that little girl from keeping her life. But people today, they did say, thankfully, someone stepped in and that little boy walked away unharmed.
A good Samaritan. Yeah. We have now Hersheypark has not said anything about the boy being autistic, but there is the National Autism Association that put out a statement about Hersheypark regarding the boy who was missing on the monorail tracks and saying that he was safely located. And then they're saying, eyewitnesses say he was later seen walking along the monorail and he had his hands over his ears. As you said, people were shouting to him saying, stop walking, get down. They're trying to give him direction. But that was probably, if he's autistic, very overwhelming for him and overstimulating, as you saw him putting his hands over his ears. So now the National Autism Association is speaking out too. And I think, with Hersheypark, that might be something else to look into, is how do you help people or make sure that there are actions and safety guidelines in place for anyone who is autistic or who lives with autism. So and it seems like you said, so many people have seen this, so many people are reacting. This even says that 7 autistic children die every month as a result of wandering. So making sure that all of the precautions are in place to keep these kids safe. Now, from what I understand, when you were referencing that 9-year-old who drowned, Hersheypark does not have a record or a history of incidents like this. It seems like this is a fairly new thing that's happened when we have the monorail and then the girl who just died this summer.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's something that we have not seen a lot of happen at Hersheypark. So, a lot of people have to question why, why is this going on now? Why this summer? Is there something that can be done to prevent this stuff from happening in the future? So again, as you mentioned, people are, coming out talking about this. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear more people talk about this in the coming days, even weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if Hersheypark starts talking about this more, possibly implementing some sort of barriers to prevent something like this. Because honestly, this isn't something we hear about often that happens across the country.
Yeah. Well,
often,
and then Dorian is commenting on Facebook saying, "Where are the parents? I'm glad the kid is safe." Now, the parents did report him missing, and so they were actively looking for him. Security was aware that the child was missing, so they were looking everywhere for him, as he probably just separated from their party as they were at Hersheypark, which if you've been, you know how crazy it can be. There's a lot going on. It just takes a moment for a child to wander away. So they had reported him missing. And then, of course, this Good Samaritan comes up. It's just incredible video to watch, too, because somebody is able to get on the tracks and save this little boy. It's just incredible that it was such a good ending. And thank you to Samla Harris, who actually caught all of this on video so we can see the reunification of this little boy and him brought down safely, too.
Oh, yeah. And you could see, even from the people below, they were concerned for his safety.
Yeah.
Some people just wanted that boy to be okay. And he walked away okay, thankfully reunited with his family.
Yeah, your heart just drops when you see something like this. So thank you so much for chatting with people, for reaching back out to Hershey to try to get more information on how exactly everything happened. I know we were there, what was it, last Monday? We were there like a week ago, literally, and it's crowded. There are thousands of people there. There's the zoo, there's the main park, there's different shows. There's the water park. So there's a ton of people there today as well. So just a good reminder for all of us to be extra safe and extra cautious, because kids are kids, right? Like kids are going to be kids. They're going to wander off sometimes, and you really just have to do your due diligence. And of course, this is just a good way to see everybody coming together for the good of humanity and everybody trying their best to try to save him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. A great ending to the story.
Definitely. Well, thank you, TJ, so much for keeping us updated on this story. And we'll catch you tonight at 5 and 6 o'clock in Hershey.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, TJ. And thank you guys for joining us. If you want to see more of this video, we do have it posted on our CBS 21 YouTube page. You can also look for that full information on the article on our CBS21.com website, where you can read more information about everything that happened on Saturday, what happened afterwards, and of course, have access to that video too. So just a good reminder for everybody when you're out and about to keep your eyes peeled, because anything can happen. And this is fortunately a good ending to a really scary situation. Thanks for joining us here for CBS 21 Next in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Until next time, have a great Labor Day.